What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're doing the next video in my Kessen 2 walkthrough. This is the thing where I go through and do all the battles of every single level in the game. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. As of right now, only 8% of my viewers are subbed, and I'll stop talking about it once we get there. So, yeah, let this dialogue go.
He stops in Tianshui and attempts to raise cavalry reinforcements. In response, Cao Cao sends warlord Sima Yi to the strategic city of Chengkang on Tianshui's front. He charges General Jiang Liao with the defense of Chang'an and convinces Kai Wengi, Queen of Fu, to threaten the Shu army's flank. In order to capture Chang'an, Liu Bei decides to split his army into 3 divisions and dispatches them in different directions.
All right, so we are right back into it. Yeah, if y'all are new to the channel, what I've been doing is just going through every single battle strategy on every single level. And when we get to levels like this, I'm gonna pick all 3 of the levels, do their strategies that I think are the worst, the medium one, and the best one, depending on how many there are. I talk about what happens after each one and which one I recommend overall. Usually I recommend the external level, and I know that I will probably recommend that this time as well because Kai Wengi is an actual beast in this game. She is so good and has great magical abilities, and I think she also has raid and duel, which is like really random. But we're gonna look through. We're gonna start with the other 2 levels because I'm not gonna. I want to give Wei Xing and Cheng Kang a shot. So we'll start with Wei Xing. We'll pick what I think is the worst level here, and or sorry, not the worst level here. I'll pick the worst battle strategy here, and then I'll talk about what happens after we get it done and if it's worth it. So we'll start here, and it's Guan Yu v Zhang Liao, so that's kind of a good one because they have a history and their duels are always really intense because they get a unique duel when they duel each other. So there's a few unique duels in this game, and Guan Yu Zheng Liao is one of them. I think it's about a woman or something like that. But we'll let any cutscenes and stuff go as well here so that we can let it all go. But I'm not talking about, when I say battle strategies, I don't mean these, because these are not, these are just like these like tactical strategies. These are usually more clear of which one is the best one. I always like doing train because you can sometimes get a new ability for your people. But obviously ones like this where you get like a general, like Shu Shu, that's gonna 100% be worth it. So we're gonna obviously persuade Shu Shu, and then we'll see what happens with this. So I'm pretty sure Shu Shu is actually a good general. So
Jushu is very interested, but he can't give us an answer till he talks it over with his darling mother. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer.
oh, interesting. He's on the level. And I do remember this level now. I remember this one now. I was trying to remember what this level was, but here, let's let this dialogue go too.
The Shu army secretly withdraws to Hanzhong. Capitalizing on the weakened defense at Wei Xing, he attempts a surprise attack at Chang'an. Chang'an is protected by Zhang Liao, a careful, deliberate general, highly regarded by Cao Cao. Anticipating a surprise attack on Wei Xing, Zhang Liao has stationed a large number of spies in the area.
Coco Scouts!
Bye-bye, we gotta run.
Their spies are getting much more daring. A wise and valiant general, Zhang Liao, is protecting Chang'an. Our troops must be swift and decisive. Before the enemy strengthen their defenses, let's advance.
Lord Liu Bei! My lord, a messenger has come from the castle. He says Dao Chan is dead.
What's that?
It's not for certain, but
No, I refuse to believe it. Everyone prepare to attack Chang'an. My lord.
All right, begin the council.
Since the enemy has not arrived on the battlefield, we don't know how they will deploy their troops. If my brother's unit can make it to Chang'an by way of this mountain road, then we will win. If not, then we shall lose.
I agree. Tell me what options there are.
My brother, listen to the plan I've developed. We will take the fort on the left, which is an easy march. If we spread a false report that we are attacking the fort on the right, the enemy will concentrate their strength there, on the side opposite our true attack.
my lord, I have a strategy I ask you to consider. Respect to Lord Guan Yu, but I think it would be best to attack the fort on the right. Rather than stumbling along a narrow, treacherous mountain road, it would be safer to cut through the forest, even though it's not an easy march. If we spread this ruse before attacking, the enemy will concentrate its strength on the left fort. Then we can storm their weakened defenses.
My lord, if your strategy is to use a false report, well, I have a plan that's sheer poetry. We spread a report that one of our units has already attacked Chang'an. If we do that, then half their army is going to return to Chang'an. Then we split into two groups and boldly take both forts at once.
Please decide upon a strategy, my lord.
All right. So, I'm intrigued in this situation tremendously. I don't know if I kind of doubt that the generals will just run away and leave the map with this. If that's true, then we just won't. I'll call that one the best because that seems like the most interesting strategy. But it'd be weird if it just pulls generals away and they just leave and we don't get those experience. I kind of doubt that's going to happen though. And these two both just seem really similar. So I think what I'll do is pick Guan Yu's as the worst, Zhao Yun's as the second worst, and then Pang Tong's as the best. Only because I think Zhao Yun kind of made a good point there where the mountain road is difficult for you to surround generals on. So it just turned into one guy fighting people. With Zhao Yun's path, there's like little snippets where you can kind of sneak around and, double team people if there's anybody outside the map or outside of the gate. Then yeah, Pang Tong seems interesting because it makes generals be far away. I would assume that they all go rushing back to the little escape route and then just sit there. I would kind of assume that's what happens, but we'll see. But that's just kind of my tentative strategy right now. And again, if it's not good, then we'll use a different playthrough of it and not use the Pang Tong one on my next one, which is what I've done before. I've done that before. If I've done really well on one that is the worst strategy, and so I'm like, all right, I'll just actually save that one. So, but yeah, we'll start here. I'll kind of talk through what I do, why I do it for a little bit, and eventually I will stop talking just so that I don't stress out everybody.
Master Zhuge Liang, a friend of Master Pong Tong's, has joined forces with our side.
Enemy units believed our false report and appear to be gathering at...
I am actually going to do one thing here that I'm curious if I should do or not. And it's just, I kind of want to just because I can't really, everybody can't attack all at once. I'm just going to kind of bring up some units here and take them this way, and then just to see Like, what is over here? Because I'm just curious. I'll do the same thing with Peng Tong. I'll take Peng Tong and Liu Bei and just bring them over like this. But there you go. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll kind of talk through. I mean, this is obviously a fort battle, so these are ones that generally can take a little bit longer because of the fact that, you know, castle outpost battles are slow. Well, this is kind of an interesting one in that it's kind of like a Tong gate. It's like there's places that are like gates, like a castle, but there's no castle here, so it's just like forts or outposts. It's weird, but anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna go through this. I'll kind of talk through what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of exploring the map because this is obviously one of the maps that most people never even go to because it's obviously not the Kaiwengi level, which is again that level is very simple, but you know, getting Kaiwengi is amazing. But having Shu Shu is interesting, so I'll kind of see what Shu Shu's abilities are. I still don't think Shu Shu is worth not having Kaiwengi because she's so good. What's
Cao
this?
Cao will not be judged.
Oh,
But Lord Liu Bei is an honorable man to fight for. We shall thus join forces with Lord Liu Bei.
there's Shu Shu. Did he just switch sides? Okay, good, he did. I was kind of hoping he would. Well, that's cool. So Shu Shu was actually in the spot where I wasn't expecting him. So that was kind of interesting, I guess. So I'll bring Shu Shu up as well. And then we'll just kind of, that'll be it with those three. Yes? What is Zhuge Liang doing? Let me go look at him. Stop. Yeah, so we got Shu Shu. I'm actually glad that I tested that because I knew that Shu Shu was on the map somewhere, but I didn't expect him to be standing over there. Like if I just didn't address that, I don't know what he would have done actually. Like I assume he would have still switched and I just wouldn't have seen him. It would have just like he would have just switched sides. Maybe he was heading towards my side. And then once he like created a flank, I would think he's an enemy, but then he would have just switched sides. Again, I'm not sure, but I'm like, that's very interesting. And it's, as true as it is here, Xu Huang is now coming through. So now Guan Yu and Xu Huang are in a fight. So let's see what, let's get Zhao Yun here. I'm actually going to have him, no, you're not going to hold your position. So I'm going to make him come up here. We're going to have Zhao Yun run a deep flank. Guan Yu is now fighting Xu Huang, which is fine. Let's go ahead and do our Guanping rally here while everyone's still kind of close to him. See, I love this game because I like that it's generally giant battles. It's like almost like a real-time strategy game, but you still have the ability to cause and make a difference in the level, which that is what I think is really cool. The fact that you can like, you know, you can use like strategies and all this stuff and make all this cool stuff happen on the map and like absolutely obliterate tons of peons and stuff, just like a normal Dynasty Warriors game, but you actually watch the battle happen, which again, that's cool. I don't know. I like how they did it. I think Kessen is a very interesting concept of a game, and I wish they did more of them, but they kind of didn't, and I don't know why. It just seems like for some reason these games aren't as popular as I thought they would be. Like I figured this would be like really, really popular games, but they're not. People like didn't really play these games a lot, and so I just think that's very strange. But let's see what abilities Shu Shu has here. I'm curious. How do I look at that? Oh, it's info. Okay, there we go. Iron Wall, Meteor Shower, Fireball, and Hail. Okay, so he's pretty freaking good. I didn't expect him to have all of those. So, that's pretty good. Okay, now we have... This is what we wanted to see. Giant lineup of everybody here. So I'm going to kind of start a raid here. I'm going to run to this side first. Hang a slight right. Then spin back around. Hit them all again. Try to get to as close to the end as possible. and then do a charge right back across all those people I just confused. Do hopefully a ton of damage, then I'll duel Xu Huang. What's interesting is that they are actually attacking from the forts. I thought that they would just be defensive behind the forts. I kind of figured this would be like a Tom Gate situation, but they seem to be actually out here doing stuff, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we have Guan Yu just rampaging through everybody there, which is great. That did tons of damage. Wow, okay. And we have Shushu getting ready to engage that dude. Let's see. I may have to like shift. What we'll probably end up doing is we'll still have Zhao Yun head around to the front. What we might do is honestly abort Zhuge Liang's mission just for the second. And then we'll eventually do a duel. We're gonna do this. We'll have, see if I can get, let me see if I can actually make Liu Bei walk through here. Okay, I can. Okay. See, what I'll probably do is have Pang De get triple surrounded by Pang Tong and Liu Bei like that. We have Zhao Yun back there. And we'll probably have Guan Yu do a duel against... Oh, okay. Well, there's Cao Hong, which is great. So we have another general engaging like that. Okay, so now let's do... Okay, we're going to do a little bit more of another audible here. Let's have Liu Bei come around to the side here. Again, this is why I liked the forest strategy, which is why I think that's a little bit better, is because you have like all these little nooks and crannies that you can navigate through it. And since this game has some massive pathing issues, you might as well do that. So this level seems good. I think, I can't remember the Wei Xing level like at all, but I'm like, if you pick this level, I think it's kind of cool. Shu is a good general, so if we unlock another general, that'd be kind of interesting. I still think that Kai Wengi is an amazing general and would beat 2 other generals, but like I think you only win Shu from this. I don't think there's a general who submits afterwards. I think it's just all Wei generals here, except for obviously whoever I'm thinking his name is. So there we go. Got rid of Xu Huang. He gets on the horse and runs away. Pretty easy duel. Sometimes you just unexpectedly lose these duels. I know that it has to do with how much of an advantage you have in the morale situation, but sometimes you're like, you just lose duels. And you're like, I don't even know what happened there. So, massively weakening Xu Huang, which is good. We're going to now back up Guan Yu. Yes, I will have you abort your mission, and you're just going to back up to here so that Zhuge Liang can help you move fast. We have Peng Tong heading to Cao Hong. We have Liu Bei running around to the side to do a deep flank. Should be good. And Shu is going to head in here. Let's see if I can do... We can trigger the hail. Try to make the iron wall happen. Nope. I mean, again, I'm not like bummed because I'm still going to hit a giant lump of red right there. So like, hail is the worst ability in my opinion. I mean, obviously when you get it good where one of the hail things is like this giant meteorite that smashes everything, that's really good. But yeah. So it's funny when I still get a spell increase because they just like let it happen. I'm like, all right. He's doing it again, letting me do another ability here. So let's see if we can get a double spell increase for Ma Su or Shu here. Yeah, Shu is like the better version of Ma Su in my opinion. He just has all the same abilities, but he's way better, and he starts good. Like obviously you can make generals end up being really good later, but it's like, it's going to be really hard for me to make Masu decent in this game because his meteor shower is so bad. Alright, well, I guess we're going to just sit there now. Also, there's Yujin. Oh, Peng Tong is with Jian Wei. That's kind of cool. Okay, I like that. I can get behind that kind of a situation there. So Guan Yu's running back here. Zhao Yun is still making his way. He's kind of going slow, honestly. And Liu Bei. What I basically want is to speed up Zhuge Liang and Guan Yu destroying Xu Huang. I'm trying to get Guan Yu to just get a little bit closer. It's like they talk about attacking this gate, but I'm looking at it like, well, everybody is over here. Like their whole force is like in this like area. So where is this guy? Where did Yang Wei go? I don't know where he went. That was it's kind of weird that he's not. Definitely are gonna throw down a rally. Having Jiang Wei with Peng Tong is actually kind of cool, especially because of the rally side of it. I'm like, okay. Getting a rally out of with 2 magic users is pretty awesome. So, but their force is like chaos right now. What am I even looking at right now? Let's just kind of give it a second, I guess. Okay, there he is. Surprised that he went for Zhuge Liang. That's kind of stupid, but it's all good. So now we're gonna have Zhang Liao or Zhao Yun come running up here. Just come up there and just chill right there. Right. We'll double team Xu Huang, get rid of him pretty quickly. In my opinion. See if I can like just do a charge really quickly right before everyone gets here. See if I can just obliterate all these red people as they come running up. The elephant charge kind of is weird because it's like, I think it just hits everything, but the animations for it are pretty rough. Like you can't really tell what's going on. And then eventually you're like, I think I did damage. And it's like, oh, heck yeah, I did. So that's good.
Get out of my way now!
Zhurong is really good. That's why I think I vote always picking the weird outlier levels just because of the fact that you get such weird, unique generals. Alright, so does this look a little bit better now? Where the heck are all his units? We're definitely not going to have Shu fighting 2 different people now. That's not going to happen. Let's try to trigger his Iron Wall. There we go. I'm confused about why that... why Peng De didn't use Iron Wall on any of Shu's abilities. I don't know. We still have one of Shu's things left at this point, so we're like, we might as well just back up and We don't need him to be fighting 2 different people at once. It's not a good idea. Alright, now let's pick... We have Firestorm now with Ping Tong, so I wonder if I can get one of these troops that are way out in the distance. Yeah, I definitely can. So yeah, let's get through all this. And now let's do a Firestorm out to... Okay, I must have been going the wrong way. Okay, we want to just basically have the little Firestorm thing end right at the end of all those units. It leads to massive amounts of destruction, so I'll take it. This is Cao Hong seems like a general who is... I mean, I know from playing through this on the Wei side that Cao Hong is a sniper. So obviously, like, he's going to have a lot of snipers with him. So I think that's what we're seeing right now is just Cao Hong's whole troop count is very much linked to that, like to crossbow units off in the distance and all that stuff. So that's why I think we're just gonna... We don't see, like, there's like nothing here, which is really weird. So let's move a little bit more to the side here, and then let's just kind of... Actually, I'm going to move slightly closer to all that. And now we're going to use Fireball here. Try to hit as much of this as we can. If we can hit enough of this, then Cao Hong will have to charge and won't be able to use any of his... He only has his Snipe and I think like Rally or something. So we might as well try to get him to move close. So that as a result of that, we can make it so some of his abilities are completely nullified. So that'll be kind of good. Yeah, we're crushing people with giant fireballs. It's great. Explosions everywhere and stuff like that. I think we did pretty good. Okay, yeah, we did amazing. Great. We'll kind of wait and let that play out a little bit longer. Guan Yu and Xu Huang are just obliterating that person. Bring Shu just a little bit over there. I don't know if they have even seen Liu Bei yet, so all these generals that are just kind of running around over here, they may not even know where I am. Alright, now we're here, so let's spin around before we get ambushed. Like that. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid, so that sucks. Is there anything here? There's like one dude right here. Cool. Alright. Let's move Guan Yu that way. I'm actually going to take Zhuge Liang back. Like there. Thought that I sent you to attack, but apparently not. Are you a full horse people? Okay, no, you're not. So there we go. We have taken down one of them. We are still very heavily outnumbered here, which is a little bit of an unfortunate thing. I didn't realize that what this meant with them attacking spreading a false rumor or whatever. What that means is literally like they actually attacked. I thought that they would just be sitting behind the gates, but absolutely not. That is not what happened. So yeah, crazy. But we completely surrounded this dude. Apparently Lolo is getting very strong, where she now has 3 abilities. I didn't even expect that. I don't know when she got Battle Cry. I also don't even know when I would ever use that. Like, I would have no reason to ever use Battle Cry when she gets volley so regularly. It's like, no. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and throw off a volley here. Do a ton of damage, hopefully. Because they were all very confused and they were all kind of bunched up, so I'm hoping that we get a whole bunch of them, do a ton of damage. I'm not going to use Battle Cry, obviously. What is his other ability? Okay, so he gets Rush too now, which is nice. But Lily's actually heading into a very prime spot right here. So we're going to get her over to the side here. Do a rush right across this giant line of red. Because his troops are set up in the way where they are all lined up. As we flank from the side, if we just come across and they haven't moved, this should be like absolutely destructive. And it looks like it is. Round 2, round 3. Okay, these random stragglers here that are just coming through and hitting everybody again and again and again. I don't even know what's happening right now. It's just like stuck in a loop. Okay. Now let's do the same exact thing with Liu Bei. First we'll do a Battle Cry. Then we'll do another rush with him, basically through all those units. I mean, we're gonna hopefully just wreck Dion Wei to the point that he's like, just has nothing left. I'm kind of nervous for Shu Shu, so I'm glad we're getting some good rushes in. We're doing a lot of damage to some of these generals. It'll allow us to potentially come over and rescue Shu Shu if we need to. You have extra units coming through and doing tons of extra damage. I like when the little stragglers come by and then hit too, because then they just the damage, I feel like, is magnified when you do that, or when they do that. So that's like everything. We'll go ahead and drop a rally too. Just use everybody's abilities, just because rally comes back really fast. So we might as well use that. If Dion Wei does like a raid or something, we'll probably have rush again rally again by the time that's ready. Peng Tong really damaged Cao Hong, which is great. Although I think we still even have some of his abilities, so we need to finish this up here. But let's do Jiang Wei's first. Is there actually a group of units still over there? There is still a group of units over there. Wow, okay. Well, let's go over to the side here. Now let's do a fireball right across this line of units. Yeah, the only downside of having Peng Tong with Jiang Wei is that Jiang Wei, it's like, why would I ever use him unless it's to like just bait out iron walls? Because his abilities are not as good. So like, might as well just wait and then use them with Peng Tong and then do like tons and tons of damage, which is exactly what we did. So I'm gonna back up here and we're gonna do another meteor shower right across all of this stuff. He has leveled up so much that he has the giant meteor, which the giant meteor is awesome. It does a ton of damage and hits everything and ruins everyone's day on the enemy side. So it's good stuff. We have Zhuge Liang returning back to help Shu Shu. And then we have Guan Yu and Zhao Yun going forward. I like how we've basically changed the plan here because I want the experience. Obviously, you could just take Liu Bei and run through that gate, and I think it would just end the game. But I'm like, well, that's no fun. Why would we want to do that? So let's see if is that gate actually closed? It is closed. I think I actually might bring Zhao Yun through the gate for now. Because I think Guan Yu is gonna... I want Guan Yu... No, let's keep Zhao Yun going forward. Because he hasn't actually fought anybody yet. So yeah, let's... So we like obliterated Dian Wei and Cao Hong, which was great. Let's back Shu Shu up just a little bit. Just enough to kind of make sure that Zhuge Liang's pathing works. I'm afraid that where Shu Shu is right now, Zhuge Liang won't be able to get in there and help. So I'm trying to just basically move Shu Shu just a little bit back. He's losing the fight anyway, so it's like we might as well like stall a little bit. It's also, I want to take a moment here to scan across and see. Okay, so there are still two generals together. Yujin and Pang De are still near each other, so Shu Shu already has one of his abilities back? Wow, okay, okay. See if this ruins their pathing. I was actually afraid of this. Let's see if it absolutely messes everything up. Okay, it does. You literally back up, Zhao Yun. That was what I was actually afraid of. I was afraid that they were going to mess each other up. Then yeah, actually I will go ahead and push Zhao Yun through. We'll have Zhao Yun scan the gates, and I think he gets experience for breaking down gates anyway. Okay.
Tonight's drinks.
Well, that went well.
Look.
Liu Bei and Pang Tong just like completely annihilated those two generals. Keep backing Shu Shu up. We're going to bring Liu Bei across, bring him down. I think I'm not going to move Pang Tong and see if they actually... If Liu Bei can make it through, then we can have both of them go towards Pang De, which would be great. That's at least the hope here. We also have Zhuge Liang coming to help out Shu Shu, which will be good. Now let's see if I can manually control Liu Bei and bring him into this fight. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. Alrighty, very good. Very, very good. You now have Peng Liu Bei. There's a triple team happening there. We're gonna wait on Shu Shu. Zhuge Liang is actually gonna get to, I don't know why, but that Yujin just went bump it. We're going for it, which was weird. Okay, so strangely, Zhang Liao is actually at the gate that is the most important one, which is hilarious. Didn't expect that, honestly. So now we're going to get ready for that. We definitely want Peng Day to be, and all of his people to be attacking, not Peng Tong. Now let's get Zhuge Liang ready here. I think we have Ma Su as well, so we might as well just... We don't have Ma Su. Okay, interesting. So now let's just freaking roll through everybody, I guess. I assume that he's going to use an Iron Wall. There it is. So yeah, we'll do it. We'll try to bait out some Iron Walls. The good thing about Zhuge Liang is that every ability he has is so freaking good that we might as well just use everything, get his Iron Walls out, and then we still have 2 abilities, and then we'll also have Masu or Shu Shu come into the background and help out. So it'll be good. Then we'll probably move up and then use lightning as well, just to kind of do something there. Lightning is probably, I mean, as awesome as lightning is, it's probably the weakest of Zhuge Liang's abilities because he obviously has like the goat abilities, like Gale. Gale alone is like so ridiculous. It does so much damage to every single thing ever. So... But I love how they like feel threatened enough with Zhuge Liang. Every ability he ever uses, they're like, oh, we gotta throw an Iron Wall down. And it's like, yep, because that's how good Zhuge Liang is. Zhuge Liang is absolutely ridiculous in this game. And we'll let that go. That doesn't do anything as well. Zhuge Liang becomes so tanky in some of these levels when he gets when he has Zhu Rong on his side. I'm like, yep, that's great. Let's see what can I do with Gale here? What I honestly might do is come across here, then turn back around, and then Gale everything on the map right here. Their archer troops aren't that close, so they're pretty close, so it's usually worth it to Firestorm if you can like take somebody out who's like a mile away. But this seems they're very close, so we'll see what happens here. But yeah, we should do a Gale. It should obliterate everybody in this whole area, including some of my units go flying. I don't know if that... I don't think I'm damaging my own units. I think that might just be units who are already dead on my side. But like every once in a while I see a green unit get flown away and I'm like, what's up with that? Like, are they getting killed? Because like that seems really bad. But yeah, we launched everybody everywhere. People are flying all over the place. That should have done, and I bet it did do tons and tons of damage. That absolutely did. Now let's see what's left. I mean, I guess I'll just do this and hit the archer units before they actually mobilize, because they're probably about to mobilize. And then, yeah, we'll kind of have to figure this out, because Zhang Liao obviously being at the stronghold makes that really, really strong. So we'll have to kind of just see what we need to do with that, because I don't actually have an answer to that right now. But we just firestormed right through Eugen's troops. Probably wasn't going to do very much, but I was like, well, might as well just do that. And we'll have him go there. Trying to basically get Peng Tong to back up. Get out of the fight, dog. This is where I start to get stressed out. Not actually stressed out, but... Just because I would love for Peng Tong to back up. I don't like when they stay close into a fight that they shouldn't be in. I don't like when they do that. And then I don't like when I hit like run away and they just don't do that. Like they just stay in the fight. I'm like, can you at least just withdraw for a second? Just enough to like reassure me that you're not stupid. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, like Peng Tong, you're not listening to me, and it makes me furious. Like, get out of this fight. Like, listen to me. Are you just gonna? I mean, he's probably gonna die, and I don't like when that happens, especially when it's like the most avoidable thing ever. Like, you just don't, just leave the fight, withdraw from battle, please. So, I don't know. These are the moments in the game where I like the one downside to me of, well, there's pathing in this game, which is maybe why he's having problems leaving the fight. Like, pathing really does cause some problems in this game, but also I wonder if it's because he's like up against the forest wall, but like you'd think that he would still just back up, even if it means he doesn't move, but he just like kind of sits. I don't know. I mean, Peng Day is being triple teamed, so it's like there's chances there for them to still defeat quickly and not have Peng Tong die, but it's just like, obviously the intense part is that he keeps getting hit by stuff. That's the part that makes it rough, is that you're just watching him lose his troop count and morale and everything, because all the enemies are, all of his generals are right there. And then they're just not even trying. He's not even trying to back up. Like, it's not even doing that thing where it like it kind of like gets far away a little bit, and then things like generals actually leave. Like, that's just not even happening. Which is just like, nope, not feeling that. I guess we'll go ahead and do a rally with Liu Bei. Might as well just like do all these abilities. Maybe that'll help speed up the process here.
Fight with honor.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when generals just like refuse to listen. Like, I don't know why that happens. If people know, let me know in the comments. But I'll go ahead and stop talking now at this point because I mean, it's just, we're just gonna go through it at this point. So, yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. These were very fun to make. This game is amazing. I really do love this game, despite the fact that I'm just complaining about pathing. If that's the list, it's not a bag. That's not a big list. So I feel pretty good about that. But thank y'all for watching. Enjoy the rest. Peace.
輝くところに休みべしね。
The gates are open! Storm the castle!
Invite them in and fire down on them!
There's no one here on Earth who could ever defeat me.
Ah!
Guess I'll have to do it.
Don't try to hide. Feast your eyes on the great might that people call Zhao Yun.
I do. It's time for you to learn how weak you really are.
Bring it on! Take this!
Even all this training is still not enough.
The sword of justice is always right.
We're gonna win! You gotta believe